Hi, I'm a little bit nervous to record this, but it's part of my story. And if you haven't already, I did write an article for Massage Therapy Canada. And I explained the massage therapy curriculum that I wrote and I taught in Las Naranjas, Honduras this past fall, and the humanitarian work I'm now doing as a massage therapist. But what I don't tell in this article is how I got here and the fact that I have been living out of a suitcase for the past year and a half. The fact that I am, okay, here we go. This is not a woe is me, but this is the real story of the facts. I am a 32-year-old Canadian. I am divorced. I don't have children. I have dreams of being a mom. And I was in clinical practice. I loved it. And I was in an unhappy marriage. So just put that all out on the table. And now I live out of a suitcase and have been doing for 16 months. And it's very much an intentional choice at this point, but I have to be honest that I didn't choose to live this way initially. I really did fall into it. So here we go. Back in 2018, I was in a marriage I needed to get out of. So I lost my partner. And my next big move for myself was to get a job in the States teaching massage. And I did. I had a job offer and I was supposed to move to Austin, Texas to start teaching at a private massage academy there. So I closed down what was a very successful massage practice in Cambridge, Ontario. I had great clients, treated a yoga studio, everything was fantastic. I put everything I owned in storage. And on January 1st, 2019, I set out to travel for a 2-week vacation. And here I am, still on that 2-week vacation, a year and a half later. So you might be asking, what the heck happened? So basically, 2 days into my vacation, I got an email from my immigration lawyer saying, you're not going to get a US work visa. And I was like, okay, well, what? And I didn't know what to do. And the challenging thing for me was that I had made a decision at that point to leave Canada. I'd already left my partner. I'd already closed down my practice. I had really cut all the ties I had in Canada. And I truthfully don't have a ton of ties in Canada at this point. Not deeply personal ones. So here I was in Australia going, where do I go and what do I do? And this was actually the start of a depression, of an existential crisis. It's a really strange feeling when you take away everything that you think defines you. Your role as a partner, your role as a healthcare provider, the city you identify with, the friends you identify with. I don't know if you've been through something similar, but I know whatever your journey is, you have a story to tell as well. So my vacation ended in Australia and I was like, well, I've never been on this side of the world. And I looked at my bank account and I said, you know what, I've got enough funds to keep me afloat for a little bit if I go to Southeast Asia. So I made my debut in Southeast Asia. I traveled to Indonesia, including Bali, Lombok, and I traveled through Thailand. I made my way to Cambodia. And I was just so sad for the loss that I had experienced. If you've ever been through divorce, you look for the next best thing really quickly. You look for something to give you optimism, and that might be a rebound partner. But for me, it was a new job opportunity. And when I didn't get that job, when things didn't pan out in the States, I just didn't know what to do with myself. So at 31 years of age, I was staying in hostels. I know it's a first world problem. I recognize that, and I recognize my privilege in all of this. In fact, I tried to tell my story in this video. Didn't go so well. But basically, when you're around 22-year-old partiers and you're in a hostel and you're 31 and you're in a dark, dark place, the drinking and the partying that happens there just gets old fast. So I got bored. And I read a book that said, if you were to have your dream X next month, job, partner, life, whatever, what would you do differently this month? And without fail, my gut and my intuition said, I would volunteer. So I started volunteering. And that brought me to Lombok, Indonesia, where I had the most life-changing experience of my life to this date. I was in Lombok for 2 weeks in a really remote village, and the poverty I saw there was simply heartbreaking. And it left me asking a lot of questions, and it left me realizing the rock I had lived under for so long. I was your prototypical Canadian or North American who was chasing a 6-figure salary at one point, and that really didn't give a lot of care about the things that are going on in the world and the corruption and the poverty that other humans have to live through. And I don't care what you say about how happy they are in other countries. Maybe they are happier than we are in North America, for sure. But look at the quality of life they live. There's no reason why there should be a high infant mortality rate, why you should be making $2 a day, why you should be just scraping by to feed your kids and your family, why you should be eating food that hasn't been refrigerated overnight and eat with the rats on the floor. I mean, I experience this and I live this with them. And this is part cultural, part economic, but toilet paper, not a thing where I was. 2 fingers. You want to flush the toilet? Scoop some water and hope it goes down. So this had me questioning everything in my life. Well, how can I now justify paying $3 for a coffee or a beer when that could help someone else get further? Why do they look at me as a white person and wave in this little village being like, wow, oh my God, it's a tourist? And I was like, no, as a white person, I represent colonialism. Colonialism is a large portion of why so many countries are still living in poverty. But that's not what this video is about. My point is that it awoke something in me, and I was not a politically charged person back when I lived in Canada, and something shifted in me because I realized I saw it in front of my eyes, and the sheer empathy I have for people who don't have a choice. They're born into that. And as humans, we are all worthy of basic fundamental things: love, shelter, clean water, safety. And they just don't have that. So that laid the framework for what was to come. I was on a volunteering kick, and I think at one point I was like, I'm going to volunteer for the rest of my life. Like I went through something. And in May 2019, I was connected with the owner of a hotel in Los Naranjos, Honduras, through a mutual friend. And he was looking for a massage therapist to come to his lodge in the fall and teach massage therapy to his staff. And the way I understood it was that this would be a program that would raise their incomes. And within an instant, I said, yes, I'm doing that. There are some decisions in life, as I mentioned in my article, that are just instantaneous, and you know, like deep in your gut, this is what I have to do. And so I said, sign me up. I'm coming to Honduras. I'll teach your staff. So I started writing this massage therapy curriculum. It's 80 hours long. I condensed my 2,200 hours of training and made it a 1-month program. Obviously, I cut out a lot, but I pared it down to the bare minimum of what you need to know to give a really nice full body relaxation massage after 1 month of training. And my students did really well. But as I was writing this curriculum and hearing from the hotel owner, hey, like this is kind of like the impact that this program can have on a country like Honduras, where in Honduras there is absolutely no massage regulation and no formal massage training. Yet there are tourists that flock to Honduras year over year, and they get massage treatments. So I started to realize massage therapy is basically a vocational skill set. Like, what else can you learn in 1 month and make the money that you make in a profession like massage therapy? So as I put all this work into the writing of the curriculum, I was like, I really do need to teach this program again. So I said, I'll start a not-for-profit. And I was like, yes, this is the answer. I'm not going back to Canada. I'm going to start a not-for-profit. Well, you know what? Not-for-profits are not sustainable. They're difficult to fund, grants and donations and all that. It's a huge mess. So I quickly ruled that out. And yet, I still feel at my core, it is my life mission to teach massage and use it as a vehicle to pull people out of poverty. And I talk about this in my article quite a bit. So if you want to learn about that more, definitely read the article. But that's at the essence of my overarching goal. And so I said to myself, well, if I'm going to be going to all these different countries and teaching massage, I do need a sustainable form of income rolling in. And that brings us today. If you've been following along with Massage Student Pro, I've been working for free for the last couple months helping massage students online. I am launching a product in about a month, so stay tuned for that. And my long-term vision is to merge these two businesses. So a profitable online business and a not-for-profit in which I help people. And everyone is a massage therapist or learning to be one. And work with an international audience of massage students. And what I will do is take the money from my online income and funnel it into the humanitarian work that I'm doing. Is this the life I thought I would live a couple years ago? Not at all. I thought by now I would have a child, still be married, be living in Cambridge, and it's been a wild road. I'm no longer depressed. I actively choose this life, like I said in the beginning, but it's crazy to think the ways that you can use this profession. Massage therapy is like the linear route is to go to school, graduate, get a job as a massage therapist. Go to school, graduate, and start practice. And these are all wonderful options. And I've done both of them. And I loved both of them. But there are outside of the box options for you. The life I'm living out of a suitcase is not for everyone, that's for sure. But I did feel compelled to share my story because there is so much strife and grief that everyone has gone through in 2020. Between Black Lives Matters, coronavirus, job loss, many people are going through divorces. There's just so much crap going on in the world. And I truly believe that this is the change. This is like a rebirth of society. I think that we're all going to come out of this on the other side a little bit more empathetic. Oh, and I get goosebumps just saying that. But that is what we all need. We need a little bit more empathy for this entire world and for our global family. I'm really appreciative of you taking the time to listen to my story. If you haven't already, please read the article. I would love for you to continue following this journey with me. Massage therapy really can change the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.